This is part of the lead up to the Super Bowl. All of the items are from Walter Payton's personal collection and will be on display in Phoenix as part of the NFL experience. Marshall Harris caught up with Dave Hunt to learn about that auction, and that will wrap up on Saturday.
There's almost 100 different items in different quantity, lots from the Payton collection. And sort of our specialty in the 35 years we've been doing this is to work with players and their families. Reggie White, Randall Cunningham, Gail Sayers, just to name a few. We're really honored to be involved, of course, with Walter Payton, who not only is one of the greatest players on the field, hands down, but one of the greatest humanitarians off the field, which is why the very NFL award is named after him. So it's really something we take very seriously and very proud of, to not only offer these historic items to collectors and fans alike, but also to try to carry his name properly in doing so and do some good as well.
What do you see as the crown jewel of these offerings that you have from Walter Payton's collection?
Yeah, as you can see behind me, there's a few game balls. You know, he did okay in a few of those games. So there's really, that's the featured highlight. There's dozens of those. And one of them is one of the balls from that very game when he got 12,400 yards, literally setting the NFL rushing record, which has since been broken. But what a historic piece, and takes you back to a moment that really is what generates the value in these items, is why that person followed that player. Maybe they were there with their grandfather today and witnessed it, and now they want to bid on some of these objects. So some of the game balls are, in that 1,000 or 2,000 range, and some could be tens of thousands, depending on the historic accomplishment that occurred during that game.
You've got the balls. You also have trophies. What do you think is going to be one of those items that goes for the most out of this collection?
Yeah, it's really hard to say. There are a couple of really fine trophies, like his 1985 Offensive Player of the Year award, some Pro Bowl awards, and of course the trophy footballs and other pieces. But it's really hard to say because it's that passion that comes out with fans and collectors alike. And that will happen here live in Phoenix, where you'll see people literally battling over these items against thousands of people online over the world.
With this collection in particular, it's about people who maybe grew up watching Walter Payton, and now they got a little change in their pocket and they can afford to bid on items such as this.
There's certain players that are just those it players. Walter Payton is clearly one of them. The Bo Jacksons, the Joe Montanas, and Walter Payton, where it goes really beyond just as accomplishments on the field. It's really what they meant culturally at that time. Walter really transformed the position of running back and brought it to a different level that nobody had ever seen, and done it with a different passion, a level of commitment and work ethic that nobody had seen. So I think you're right to see those folks now that grew up watching him play. Now they're in their prime earning years, and that's what can drive a market such as this to some really strong heights, even maybe above what the actual item might be worth as more of a collectible. You get more of that passionate bid involved.
So the website to bid is huntauctions.com, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the Payton Family Foundations and NFL auction charities. And I did look, and on the low end, a Bears hand warmer is going for about $120, and on the high end, Payton's Offensive Player of the Year award from 1985 is sitting at about $4,000.